Hi everybody, Karen Crisco here from Channeled Wisdom. Just wanted to chime in on some topics for you to help you regarding success, regarding some fears, some blocks, and a theme that I seem to pick up today throughout several different channeling sessions that I had, as well as talking with a friend. So that's my little nudge I get from Spirit when something keeps coming up 3 or more times that says, hey Karen, you need to really chime in on this we're giving you this message and we want you to send it out for others. So as an intuitive medium, life balance coach, this is something that I really enjoy doing, getting and receiving these messages so I can pass them on to you so it helps you in any situation that you are in your life. So the routine topic that came up today was about success. And with the success, people go in and they make different goals. And why are they making these goals? It's because they want to find that success. They want to feel good about themselves. And again, who doesn't want to be successful? We all want to be successful, and it can be defined in so many different ways. For what success means for me and what it means for you can be two totally, completely different things. But in the end, when we see ourselves as successful, there usually is some type of goal involved with that. But the fear that comes up a lot of times with people dealing with success is they do fear success. And why do people fear success? Well, a lot of the time it's the unknown. They don't know how they're going to take it, or am I worthy enough for it? Or, why should it be me? There's a lot of people that play those, why me, and fear built into success. And a lot of the times too, when people have these fears built up within them, it's because there's going to be some change happening along the way that may be a little bit uncomfortable than their usual routine to hit these levels of successes and goals within their life. So it's natural for people to put up these barriers and these blocks where they feel comfortable. So just a little tip in there that when you are feeling uncomfortable about a shift or about a change, that's normal. That's okay. Accept it, embrace it, and know that it's preparing you for that next step in your journey in finding that success and reaching that goal that you may have. But the bigger thing with all of this and regarding success is really determined by you. When we hit success, and we always want to tap into the good things first, when we hit success, everybody pats themselves on their back and look how far I came and look what I've done. And I worked so hard for this. And, I did this. This was me. So it's a really great feeling that people carry within themselves regarding that success that they've received. But if we go on the other aspect, because like anything, there is that balance, there's that yin and yang, that good and bad, that balance where we find this all. There's that other aspect of failure. And nobody likes to hear about failure. And why? Because we know that it's a feeling that a lot of people don't like. It's a very uncomfortable feeling. It can bring some people into, a low, a depression, a sadness. It can, when there is that feeling of failure, it can really hit our self-confidence. It can hit our self-worth and just bring everything tumbling down, or feel like everything's tumbling down around us. And when people go into failure, they seem to put blame on others, right? We look at success and wow, this feels great and I did this, and you're ready and willing to share your story. But as soon as people hit failures, they look for the blame game. Oh, if you're in a relationship, oh, my partner wasn't supportive of me, or I found it so hard because, I'm trying to parent these children, or I'm too busy with my kids, Or, I didn't have the proper schooling to, get me to that success point, and that's why it was a failure. Or they didn't teach it right. I didn't get enough insight onto it. We really play the blame game when it comes to failure. So you can see the two total opposite sides of success and failure and how we take a look at it. Well, if we go really deep into this, the simple answer is success is up to you. You can build to that you can build up to that success, or you can be the blame for that failure. Success and failure both lie in your hands. And you can only be the one to blame and be accountable. I know people don't like that word, being accountable. You have to have and own your own accountability, whether you are successful or whether it may feel like a failure. Nobody else. There's nobody else to blame. In the end, wherever you are right now, whether it be working towards a career change, a relationship, a marriage, schooling, trying to find your purpose in life, trying to find what is meant for you, you can reach out anywhere you want and have that advice, that support, that clarity. And that's good. That's all fine, because we need that support along this journey to help us throughout our path, throughout the different stages we're going to go through to hit those feelings of success. So those are all normal. That's all good. But once you are given all the tools, it's now up to you to choose what tools are you going to use, and are you going to use them in your success to help you be successful. But as we like looking at things on this side of, I would say, the intuitive medium side of things, we have to look at things in a different light as well. Do you look at failure as that you're stuck, you're in that low, you've got nowhere to go, you can't do anything? Because if you do, I want you to take that different perspective and look at it in a different light. That sometimes we have these tools, sometimes we do work for the success, and we may not get to that success where we want it to be. And that's where expectations come in. And that's where you need to leave expectations out of the success part. So if you do hit a bump in the road as you go along this journey and you feel like it is a failure, you're not going to look at it as a failure. You're going to look at it, this is a point in my life where I need more clarity, I need more resources, I need more wisdom and learning so I can move on to that next step to find that next success. And when you find that, you realize that you are taking control of your life, that you are taking control and finding accountability within your actions to bettering yourself. And when it really comes down to it, are you willing to work for the success, or are you willing to work for the failure? And again, this is where we can look at, are you going to stay stuck in that failure? Or are you going to take everything that you've learned and realize that even this failure is still a success, because now it's pushing you in a direction where there should be more motivation. There should be more optimism in looking into that brighter future that, hey, guess what? I'm successful in this moment of failure because I've learned something. I've learned something along the way that is going to help. And if I didn't experience this, I couldn't have gotten to where I am. And that's something for me that I can look at as a personal story as well too, throughout life and past marriages. And I shouldn't say marriages because there was only one, but my last, my marriage, if I didn't experience that marriage, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I see that as a success because it pushed me and it gave me the tools, it gave me that motivation to actually live a life and do what I truly love and what I'm meant to do here. And again, that's by working with spirit. That's by passing on messages, for helping you see that if you take failure as a success, you will have no worries about your journey, because you know that the tools that are being provided to you will keep pushing you in that right direction. So I'd love to hear your comments about this. If you have any, feel free to leave them below. I'd love to get back to you if you have any questions regarding this. But also, excuse me, I do ask you, which direction are you going in? And which direction are you going to push in? Are you going to use all the tools that you've experienced in your lifetime to push towards the failure? Are you going to look at failure as a success? Or are you going to sit there in failure and blame everybody else and go absolutely nowhere? In the end, the choice is yours. And I truly hope that you make the right decisions, because every decision is a right decision at that point in your life. It's just how you go further to gain and use all that insight that you've gained and received to keep pushing along in life. We all have a purpose. We all have a meaning why we are here, and don't ever stop looking for it, because you're worth it and you deserve it. That's my little insight for you today. I hope you found it insightful and brings some meaning and clarity to you along this journey. I know it's never easy going along a journey, but take each step as a learning experience and take those failures and throw them into successes. Have a great day, and we'll see you again for some more insights, clarity, and wisdom in the future.